Hello, hello, hello. Alright. I'm gonna teach you guys how to the dummy was riding the savage skin. I'm gonna teach you guys how to like rig and animate a model for Dinosaur Simulator. Basically I was gonna use dummy. He's so happy. He's so happy. He's like, yay, I'm gonna be in the video. You are in the video, but I'm not gonna use you, dummy. I'm sorry. He's so unhappy now. Dummy's unhappy. He's sad. Alright. You could go back on top of the dinosaur. Whee! Okay. Let's go over here. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a model, rig it, animate it. Okay? So I'm gonna make, I'll make a basic dinosaur. So these are gonna be my legs. Oh yeah. It's always a good habit to build with your parts facing forward, only because if you have a torso, your character will always be going forward. But if your character, like let's say you build your model like sideways, right? And your torso is facing like some other direction, it'll go in that direction instead of going the direction you want it to go. So always good habit to build your models facing forward. One way to know like is by clicking on the model, going down through the properties and finding front surface, right? You can change this to stepping motor and you'll see that this is forward. If you want to know what's top, same thing, that's the top, that's facing forward. So always build so like the face will be on this side, not on its back. Now that I got that explained, let's build my model. For this I'm gonna use like a really quick, easy model. Bam. Let's give it 4 feet. A dinosaur in minutes. Let's make it pretty. My model making skills. Give it a tail. Oh my. I think my little brother's home. He just came home. Let's play some Shiki no whatever in the back so I don't bore you guys. I love Shiki. This is why I don't make models for my games, guys. Alright. Here we go. We have our model, right? Now what you want to do, once you make your model, highlight all of it, group it, right? This is your model. It basically, it groups it, makes it organized, right? And what I meant earlier by like your torso facing forward, it has to be facing forward. So some people have like a bad habit of giving models like this, right? Let's say the torso is the same position, right? Except the only thing is that their torso is facing right, right? It's facing right. So when you move forward of your model, like you'll be moving this way. Basically, your model will be going forward, but it's sideways. Back. A good habit is once you've grouped up your model, name your parts, name your limbs, right? So, like I said earlier, this is torso. Capitalization on the T, torso. This I like naming LG1, so leg 1, part 1. I only name it LG1 Part 1 because, like, let's say if I went higher detail, let's say I had another part on the leg, right? 2 limbs, right? This would be LG1 Part 2. So, basically the same leg, but a different part. It's a good habit, I don't know. Even if it's only one leg, I like naming LG1 Part 1, right? And I'll go up to the next leg, LG2 Part 1, LG3 Part 1, LG4 Part 1. This is torso, this is neck, this is head, but I'll be naming it fake head, and I'll tell you later, I'll tell you why I did it. This is bottom jaw. Same thing for tail. Instead of tail 1 part 1, it would just be tail 1 because your dinosaur is only gonna have one tail, unless it's like some crazy dinosaur or animal. Tail 3, right? Basically, give everything a name. Good habit when rigging. Makes it organized. Yeah. You can also name your model Dino. His name's Dino Guy. Right? It's a low detail model just to show you guys how to like rig and whatever. What do I do now? Okay, I like using this plugin called Custom Character Creator. Basically, it rigs your models, so and it shows you how it's rigged. So the dummy that I used earlier from the animation editor, right, is basically an already rigged model that Roblox gives you, right? But if you use it with the plugin Custom Character Creator, it'll show you like behind the scenes, like the joints, what it looks like. That's basically your model, right? You want to do the same thing for this, and I'll show you how right now. Click on your model, click on the plugin I was talking about just now, edit, and then bind, right? It says right here, please select the base part. Usually your base part is what's gonna be connected to it, right? So, torso. Torso is basically your base for everything. So, torso, LG1, do it again, bind, LG2, bind, LG3. Always click on the torso first because that'll be your base, right? LG2. But that's not the case all the time, right? Like right here. This is torso, and this is tail 1, right? So, this is what it looks like so far. Everything's connected to the torso, right? But this part right here, tail 2, you don't want it to be connected to the torso. You don't want it, this is not the base for this part right here. This is tail 1, is the base for tail 2, right? If you connected this to this, it looks a little weird, right? So, same thing. You don't click on this first, you click on the base, so before it, tail 2, and tail 3, right? And then same thing for your neck.
Love and friendship are the key to victory.
Neck,
Looks like I'm signing out.
and then fake
Till
head.
next time. Bye-bye.
Fake head, and then bottom. So basically you're connecting everything together via joints, right? I'm pretty sure you guys know what joints are. They're what allows you to move back and forth. This is what we're doing, we're rigging. Alright. What was I gonna do again? Okay. Basically, once you finish connecting your joints, you want to move them
Does that explain it?
to be where like the joint's supposed to be. So this is tail 3, remember. Tail 2, you want it to be in between, so basically where your part's gonna move. Same thing with this. And right here. Same thing for your legs. You don't want it to rotate, and like where they place it is basically the middle of the base, but you don't want it to rotate like in the middle of the base. You'll understand once we get to rotating. Sorry, I'm not really good at explaining, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys could get the idea just from watching the video. Well, watching what I'm doing right now. In the middle you go. Try to make it as symmetric as you can if it needs to be. One thing I like doing is the arrow, the line, make it go in the middle of the ball. So that's how I know it's like in the same position. And then from there, I just look at it like in the middle. Yeah. Same thing for the neck. You just click. You could click on the segments. That's what I've been doing. I forgot to explain that. Sorry. So from torso to neck, this is the segment. You click on it, and it'll allow you to move, rotate, whatever. For the animation editor, you don't really need to rotate your joints, but it's good to move it. Neck to head, and then okay, here's another example, right, of joint placement. You don't want your mouth to, like, let's say the joint was right here, right? Your mouth would open backwards off this angle. You don't want that. You want it to move right here, basically your jaw, where you want it to move. Yeah. Right. Finish. Alright. Basically it's rigged, it's done. So now all we have to do is add in a humanoid root part. Humanoid root part. Basically what this part does is, while the model is like animating, doing its thing, right? This part, it stays still. It's like a placement. It knows where your character is. So if you're like animation, like if your dinosaur like has a dash forward, right? This stays behind. It's basically the position of your character, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Let's say in the dummy model, right? The humanoid root part is basically a copy of the torso, right? It's in the middle, it's right here. This is the humanoid root part right now, right? Same place where the torso is, right? But that only works if you have a right leg, left leg, or if you want your the position of your character to be the same as a Robloxian, right? But since I'm customizing, I'm using a dinosaur, right? I'm not gonna name these right leg, left leg. Basically, right leg, left leg. It's like if it's touching the ground, it allows your character to jump, right? Another way, let's say you don't have right leg, left leg. If your humanoid root part, not your torso, your humanoid root part touches the ground, it'll do the same effect, right? It'll jump. So what I like to do is make a humanoid root part, let it touch the ground, and go over my model. Bam, bam, bam. Make it about the size of the torso, I guess. And then, make sure it's inside your model, yeah. And then what you do is you open up the custom character creator again. The base part will always be the humanoid root part. So base part, humanoid root part, connected to your torso. Right? You could check in your model, open it, make sure there's a joint in there, make sure there's motor 6D, make sure part O says humanoid root part, parent, and then make sure part 1 is connected to the torso. Right? And then after, make it invisible. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also earlier, I named this fake head. This part right here, I named it fake head. I didn't name it head. The reason why is because once you insert a humanoid, right? Alright, where's humanoid? Once you insert a humanoid, if it was named head, okay, insert humanoid again. This pops up. The GUI and the name. For my game, I don't want people to know, like, I don't want the name display on top of your dinosaur, like, but there's no option in the humanoid to get rid of it. The only way to make it invisible is by making your head invisible. But then at the same time, you don't want a dinosaur with an invisible head, right? So I named this fake head. Right? But you still need a head part. So you duplicate your fake head, you name it head, make sure you get the motor 60 out of there, make sure nothing's connected, right? And you make it invisible. The reason why is because humanoids in Roblox, character in Roblox is, right? If you don't have a what's the word? If you don't have a torso connected to a head, your character will automatically die. So what you do is you take your torso and connect it to that head piece that you just made. Right? Make sure you check that your torso is actually connected to the head. Yep, torso, part 1, head. Oh yeah. Roblox has this thing where if you have a torso, it changes your torso into like a weird block shape, like there's a mesh in there. Block, brick, ball. Guess I could fix that by putting in a block mesh. If it's a union, it doesn't do that, but I don't know why it does that. It's just for the looks, I guess. Alright. Basically everything's done. This is a character, yay! Now we go on to animating your character. Click on the model you just rigged, right? Make sure everything's alright. You can click on the custom character creator, edit, make sure all the joints are in place, everything's cool, connected. Good job, yay! Right. Now you click, oh yeah, here's another thing. We're gonna use the animation editor that Roblox has that they've been working on. People, interns, been working on too, right? When you run the animation editor, basically it puts your place in play mode, right? So you have things that aren't anchored, they'll fall over. You have scripts in your place, they'll what's the word? They'll start running. Right? So it's good to have an empty place in just your model. No scripts inside your model, right? So, and then also the humanoid root part, while you're animating, only while you're animating, right? Anchor it. Go into properties, click on the part, anchor it. Just so it doesn't jump around, move anywhere. And then after, when you want to use the model to like become the model, right? You can unanchor it, but only during the animation. Anchor the humanoid root part. You don't have to anchor everything else, just the humanoid root part. Alright, animation editor. Bam. Click on your rig, select, and then there we go. I'll show you guys how to make a basic walk animation. Alright, so this right here, it's I guess frames, right? So basically Roblox, they have frames, but they also have, it's like a really neat feature. So if you have a frame where your dinosaur is like, let's say, jumping, right? Roblox automatically creates the frame, so like, I don't know how to explain it. I'll show you guys. Okay. Copy. This is what I like doing. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Why I do that, I'll show you in a bit. Copy, paste. Right. So basically we want to go animate at point 3. Click on your part. This right here I have no idea how to explain, but I'm pretty sure you guys, you guys will get the hang of it. You guys will see. You guys will see how I do. 1, 2. 1, 2. Same thing right here, but opposite. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's a low detail model. The leaves are going through the ground, I know, but yeah, what can you do? Edit. Looping, yes. Action, movement. So basically a walk animation. Oh no, I closed it. Oh no, that's not good. That's another thing with the Roblox plugin. If you click on, let's say this, right? The Roblox plugin closes off and everything that you were working on disappears. That's why it's good to save, which I didn't. Sometimes they have a backup file, like an autosave, like right there, autosave, but I have no idea if it autosaved on this model. Oh no. And then GG, your model goes crazy. Alright, let's copy and paste. If that happens, best you could do is restart.